A movie review brought to you by theskykid.com.
Class Trip, released in 1998. I chose Class Trip because its synopsis promised a coming-of-age story. I knew both Claude Miller, the film's director, and Clément Vandenberg, the young lead from another movie that is among my top favorites. But more on that later. In Class Trip, or La Classe de Neige, the film's original French title, a school trip to the snow-draped mountains becomes a quiet unraveling for 13-year-old Nicolas, portrayed by Clément Vandenberg. Director Claude Miller shapes a world heavy with unease. What starts as a simple getaway twists into something darker, a psychological spiral where reality frays and nightmares seep through the cracks. Having been captivated by Clément Vandenberg's portrayal of Souplier in The Fire That Burns, one of my favorite films, I was eager to see his performance in the role of Nicolas, and he did not disappoint. Vandenberg delivers a poignant and layered performance, masterfully conveying a complex mix of emotions, from quiet sadness to resilience and contemplation. Channeling the same vulnerability that made his role in The Fire That Burns so memorable, Vandenberg portrays Nicolas as a child both fragile and eerily perceptive, his quiet detachment masking a storm of unresolved emotion. Vandenberg's Nicolas isn't just a character. He's a ghostly echo of every child who's ever felt too much. He doesn't just act vulnerable, he breathes it. His performance isn't watched, it's felt. For someone so young to articulate this kind of emotional weight is no minor accomplishment. It's a testament to his extraordinary talent. While some directors lean on melodramatic, tear-jerking moments to stir emotions, the director of Class Trip takes a quieter path. He lets the story breathe, focusing on Nicolas's telling reactions, his expressive eyes and face. There's a tension you can sense in the boy's look, but it's subtle, the kind that pulls you in to think, rather than hitting you over the head. Intriguingly enough, the principal mentor of the film's director, Claude Miller, was François Truffaut, whose name keeps resurfacing in my reviews of coming-of-age cinema, and for a good reason. His work has inspired filmmakers from different lands and cultures, especially those focusing on character-driven narratives. The film's cinematography keeps things real, but with a careful, deliberate touch. The lighting is soft and natural, and the colors are muted. This creates a subdued, melancholic mood, perfectly mirroring Nicolas's shy and reflective nature. It's not about flashy visuals, it's about creating a quiet, raw space that contributes to the feeling of quiet realism that prevails in the movie. Nicolas's most significant relationship is the one he has with his fears and anxieties, as they seem to shape his perception of reality. Thus, a considerable part of the narrative focuses on them. A window into his inner world, his dreams and fantasies hint at unusual dynamics in his relationships. The filmmakers seamlessly blend Nicolas's nightmares with his reality, using the same visual style throughout. His fears feel like a natural extension of his world rather than a separate, fantastical realm. This understated approach keeps the emotional tone consistent and immersive. Class Trip offers a masterclass in atmospheric tension. Its subtle emotional storytelling, combined with its intimate character-driven approach and nuanced exploration of childhood anxieties, places it firmly within the tradition of classic coming-of-age narratives. Yet the film's true power lies in what remains unsaid. The film provides numerous clues about the characters, some visual and others in the dialogue. Deciphering these clues is engrossing, even though what they reveal is deeply disturbing. The story told in Class Trip is undoubtedly a coming-of-age one, but with a twist, as the eerie atmosphere that prevails in the film suggests that childhood is not just a time of discovery, but also fear and vulnerability. Not that long ago, someone pointed out that if I mention negative aspects of a film in my review, that effectively discourages people from watching it. In the case of Class Trip, the film is a masterpiece of the coming-of-age genre, and I highly recommend it. Some people will dislike it, especially those who are looking for swift action and escapist entertainment. Still, for the rest, Class Trip delivers a haunting exploration of childhood's darker undercurrents, and I have not discovered a single flaw to point out. If you enjoyed this review, please support us by liking and sharing it. Subscribing to the channel is greatly appreciated. Don't forget that all reviews featured here were previously published and are available in written form at theskykid.com.